Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to welcome you back to our weekly tutorial. This month and part of next month, I'll be showcasing some of our Sale-a-bration items. So I have a great stamp set to share with you today. First, a little bit about Sale-a-bration. It's normally an annual event. This year, it's January and February. Then we're actually going to have another one this summer. So this is just for 2 months this time. So you don't want to wait and miss out on some of these great free products. So during Sale-a-bration, for every $50 that you spend, you get a credit for a free item. So we have, let me get my little catalog out. This is our mini catalog, or our Sale-a-bration catalog. It's full. We've got 4 papers. We've got lots of stamp sets. We have a couple of really nice $100 level sets. So if you spend $100, you can earn one of those for free. And it's also a great time not only to purchase or stock up on your Stampin' Up! Supplies. This is a great time to join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator. When you join my team, you're automatically going to start saving 20% off your orders. You can drop at any time if you want to, order and you order everything you want, and then there's no penalty to drop. There's a minimum to keep going if you want to stay active, but for the starter kit, just purchasing the starter kit alone is a great deal. So for $99 plus tax, shipping is included too. You're going to get to pick $125 worth of your choice of product, plus you're going to get 5 packs of some of our designer paper from the new catalog. It's all the color families. So you're going to get regals, subtles, neutrals, and brights, along with the current in color designer paper. So it'll be a little different pattern than what we have now. So you're going to receive all of that. So the value is over $180 for just $99 plus tax. So the starter kit is a great opportunity. Then you can, that's all you have to do, or you can continue to save 20% on your orders. Now you can also save more on your orders depending on your sales, but starting right off the bat, it's already 20%. So, that covers tax and shipping plus a little bit, or depending on where you live, it might just cover tax and shipping. So, but who doesn't want their tax and shipping for free? I know I like that. So, if you're interested in joining or would like to join my team, we have a lot of fun on my team. We do swaps, we have meetings, we go to events together, we watch online events together. So, a lot of great perks for being on my team as well. So if you're interested, just comment or reach out to me, and I am happy to get with you and give you more information. Okay, so look, I'm in the process of designing for Stamporee, which is coming up next month. Stamporee is a big one-day event. We make 15 different cards. We have lunch brought in. Everybody gets a door prize, they get a little gift, so it's a really fun day. But I've been designing, so I hope to have everything designed by the end of the weekend. I have 6 already designed. You can see them laying on the table. That's as close as you're going to get for that, though. So you need to sign up. I also have kits to go that will be ready after Stamporee. So if you're interested in a kit to go, I will do videos, show you how to assemble, how to make the projects, and all of that. So that's definitely an option. Okay, so getting back down to today's projects. Very excited. Let me flip you upside down. Let's go here. Flip. I don't think we need a crazy filter on my face. That would not be good. All right, let's get you sorted here. All right, sorry about the technical difficulties. Okay, oh, that looks pretty good. All right, so we're gonna start off with today we're doing the Corner Bouquet stamp set. I like this stamp set. It doesn't have words. It's just a couple of, you know, kind of bouquet type of images, and then two other little extra images. So we got an extra flower here, and then we have just like a little leafy fern type of stamp. So I'm going to pair this. I'm always pairing our our Sale-a-bration item. I had a little brain freeze there for a minute. Sale-a-bration item with one of our other products. So today, since this does not come with words, I'm going to pair it with the Here's a Card stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. Love this stamp set because it has thank you, birthday, hello, sympathy, congratulations. Just, I made you a card because you're worth it. It's encouragement. You know, it's just, it has a lot of great sayings on it. So I feel like we're not perfectly straight here. That's a little better. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 quick cards. These are all nice and easy, things you can replicate at home. All right, so our first card we're going to do, I'm going to show you the card first and then show you how we're going to make it. I've done a sympathy card. Now, I didn't stamp on the inside, but there is a stamp for the inside. And I'm using, I'm going to set that aside. Let's see if we can set it where you can see it, and then I'll show you how we're going to make it. All right. So I'm using Pretty Peacock. I love this color. You know, I thought about doing, you know, a lot of browns and blacks, but I just, you know, I really like having a little bit of color, and I love colored card bases. I don't know why I love this so much. I was telling my team last night, we had a team meeting, that how much I love colored card bases. Why, I don't know. All right, so I wanted to lighten it up a little bit, so I put a layer of vanilla, and then I have a layer of crumb cake. Okay, I just did a very small border of vanilla, and I'll post the measurements later on my blog today. But what I've done is use this textured embossing folder. It's in the annual catalog, and let's see if you can see it. I've just done a little bit of texture on the side here. Can you see that? Get it in the light a little bit. And when I do that, what I do is just take the paper, stick it on the side so it covers the whole thing. If I were to do it like this, it's not going to cover the whole paper. So I did it on the side, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I've got to tell you is downstairs for class tonight. So I don't have it up here to do this. So I just ran it ahead of time. And that's just because I have a little bit showing over on the edge, and I didn't like it plain. So any embossing folder would work. You could use that, or you could add a strip of designer paper or something like that. All right, so we're going to just adhere this to our layer of vanilla, or very vanilla. All right, and then I'm going to do some stamping before we put our ribbon on. So I'm using the smaller of these little floral designs, and I'm just using one color of ink. We're going to use Pretty Peacock. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see where I have the, where it ends on my embossing. I'm going to stamp once up there, and then I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate my paper. That'll be easier. And then a stamp right there. So now I have a pretty kind of flourish right here on my card front. Then I'm also, what I've noticed over here was I wanted it to come out a little bit further on this sample. So I'm going to use this extra little fern stamp. And I'm just going to stamp maybe one right here and one more kind of coming up right here. And we can see if we can extend our pattern out a little bit. All right, so next I've got some of my Pretty Peacock. This is called Scalloped Linen Ribbon. I love these. We have these in all the in colors, the 20 I guess these are our older in colors, so they will be retiring. They're going to be retiring this year, which I am really sad about because I use these a lot and I love Pretty Peacock. I'm just going to use a little bit of my seal adhesive to hold this down. Whoops, let's get that going here. All right, you want to make sure that it's nice and straight. Okay, then you can stick that on. And I'm going, since it's already a little bit sticky, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card front. All right. Perfect. All we have to do is add a sentiment. So I have some scrap Berry Vanilla. I'm going to take this punch. Don't ask me the name of this punch right now because I completely forgot, but I will post that on my description. Then I'm going to use May Your Heart Find the Peace It Needs. Since we're making a sympathy card, see if I can do this over to the right. Hopefully. That's not very straight. All right, I'm going to have to get a little closer so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, that's better. It's a good thing all of our paper is double-sided, right? Okay, I'm going to just cut off that one end because I'm just going to slide this right under. Oh, look, that does show a little better. I like that. Okay. I'm going to slide this under there. Make sure I glued the right side. And I'm just going to have my sentiment right in the center. And that's it. Look at this one. This one's a little bit different. I moved the ribbon over a little further. So I have more of the embossed piece here and less over here. But either way, it looks good. So, you know, when you're doing your cards, you are able to kind of change it up a little bit, move it around. Let's put a piece of vanilla on the inside since this is such a dark card base. I want to be able to write in here. So we'll just put a little piece of vanilla and that card is all done. How quick and easy was that? Love that. Okay, so our next card, I'm super excited. I've got to tell you, I love this color combination. Yellow and red. I haven't made a yellow and red card in quite a while, so I was very excited to do this one. So I have Daffodil Delight cardstock. I'm just going to fold that in half. And we're going to use a piece of Real Red on top for our mat. And then I have a piece of Whisper White. So I'm going to use this larger bouquet stamp. And we are going to use some markers to color this. Now, I would not make a ton of these, mostly because I don't like coloring. And it does take a little bit of time, but I haven't done this in a while, so I thought it would be fun to do one of these cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm stamping kind of all these bigger flowers, and I like to look at my my stamp set when I'm doing this so I can see where the flowers are. When you're looking at just the rubber and there's all kinds of things going on, sometimes it's hard to see. So some tips when you're coloring with your markers is color on the side of the marker. Don't use the tip because that's going to ruin your markers. So I just do on this side, I'm just kind of seeing where some of the different flowers are in here. I think this is one right here. And I'm not going to worry too much about it. We've got a few little ones down in here. This seems to have several little flowers coming off of it. Big one right here. Okay, I think that's all of the red flower. Oh, there's one more right there. Okay. Then I'm going to add some yellow, and I'm actually using, I think, crushed curry for my yellow, only because it's slightly darker. But you could use Daffodil Delight or Bumblebee or whatever color you have. And I'm going to use the yellow to do kind of these pod type of flowers, and then all the little sprigs of flowers, kind of like, they almost look like berries, but I'm going to call them more buds. So I'm just trying to be careful not to touch my red with my yellow. And I could wipe that off, but I'm just trying not to touch it. I think that's all that I have that's yellow. It's not a whole lot. Here's a few little sprigs there. All right. I think that's all the yellow. Now I'm going to take Old Olive, and I'm just going to color everything else that's not red or yellow with green. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to kind of go around. And if you feel like you get another color on your marker, you can just wipe it off. I felt like I touched some red, but I'll just wipe it off. Okay. Once I get down here, I can kind of go quickly and get that all colored in. And you can see on your rubber where you've colored. Yellow's a little bit harder, but I'm just filling in. Using the side of my marker. Probably had some yellow on it. So it takes a minute or so to color this. I'm going to just do the top of that one. It takes a minute or so to color, which is why I don't do this a whole lot. But it is a really pretty look. So fun to do it once in a while, especially with something like this, where you have so many, a lot of different parts of the image on one stamp. All right, now I could just huff on this, kind of re-wet the ink and stamp it, but I am actually going to spritz it. I have one of our spritzers, and I wrote water on here so I don't mix it up with alcohol. And I'm going to spritz this a couple times. I'm not, let's see if I've got a little rag here. I'm going to spritz it on my rag. Hopefully I won't get on the, ooh, that's a lot. Probably too much, but let's see what happens. I was probably a little close on spritzing. You should back away a little bit. We're going to just see what happens. Okay? Ooh, that's okay. So the more water you have, the more it's going to bleed, but it's kind of a cool look. Our reds popped out, our yellows popped out. All right, we'll go with that. So if you put a little less water, you move back a ways, it's going to look more like that one. All right, so I'm going to use some real red to stamp Happy Birthday. I just thought this was such a pretty bright card. Hopefully that's straight. Okay. We'll close that up. And I'm just going to give it a second to dry, because I did have a lot of water on it. Okay, I think it's dry enough. My goodness. All right, let's put this on our red mat. I love red. Red's my favorite color. All right, and then we have a little of this Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. I just wanted to add, I just think this is so pretty. All right, I have to go the other way to tie it. I like to leave it on the roll until I'm done tying the bow so I don't waste any. Try not to be a waster. Sometimes I am, but all right. That was not very tight at all. Let's try it one more time. If I can't get it tight, we'll just go with our other option here. All right, that's slightly better on my tightness. Okay. Let's turn that off. I feel like my bow is upside down. I don't know why, but I tend to tie my bows so they look upside down. So I'm just gonna flip it back around this way so it looks better. And scooch it over right there. That looks better. All right. So now we're going to adhere this to our card front. It's a little bit loose, so I'm going to get my adhesive going here. Get that rolling. It's kind of popping back in there. All right. I'm going to push this down to where we want it to be. Stick it to that adhesive. That looks about right. We can pull it tight at this point, and I do have a little bit of bulk, so I'm just going to cut that off. We don't need it. I'll save that for another project. That goes in my scrap box. Okay, and let's adhere this down. I feel like I have adhesive going everywhere. All right, we're just gonna stick this on the front. How cute is that? It doesn't even need any embellishments other than our ribbon. Now, if you wanted to add some little gems, you absolutely could. I'm not going to though, because I think that is just super sweet how it is. All right, that's number 2, and we're gonna go with number 3. Our final project today is this one. I decided to go with kind of an ombre look. So what I have is Purple Posy for our base. I love Purple Posy. All right, then I've cut a white mat to help pop the colors. And, oh, I didn't do, where's my other piece? I should have another piece that's smaller than my mat. I don't know what happened to it. Hold on one second. You can read these sentiments. Can you read all those while I cut myself a mat? I don't, oh, maybe this is it. Yep, I didn't even need to cut it. I just left it on the, next to my paper cutter. All right, sorry if you didn't get to finish that. All right, so if you look at this one, I've stamped with Versamark and heat embossed it with white embossing powder. And then I took my top and my hello panels and popped those up. I'm gonna see if you can tell, you can kind of tell that those panels are popped up. So you don't have to do it, or you can do it. Hold on. Someone is trying to call me on my other phone. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, first we have to layer these on. So I'm starting with, I'm gonna put this on really well. So I'm gonna put adhesive on the white because we're covering the whole thing. We're gonna start with Blackberry Bliss. Put this at the bottom, make sure I get that covered. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of our next one, which is Gorgeous Grape. These are just scraps that they're 1 1/4 inches wide. I'm gonna put a good amount on this one. This is Highland Heather. So we're just kind of building our background, and I'm just putting a little piece on the Purple Posy right here. All right, so we've covered our base, and I'll put measurements, of course, on the blog later today. All right, so flip it over and we're going to trim it. Now you can use a paper trimmer if you want. I'm just going to use my paper snips just as fast. Just using the white for a guide. All right, I have a little bit extra, but I'm not even stamping on this top part, so I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna trim that off. Hopefully straight. Okay. Oh, we've got to do, my other side doesn't look too straight. What happened? Sometimes the paper trimmer makes it look a little bit straighter, but we're going to pop that up, so that's okay. All right, so let me clean the stamp off from the other one. Oh, that's not the one we're using. Hold on. Let's get our right image. Clean this one off. I'm using Versamark, so I want to make sure my stamp's real clean. All right, Versamark is a clear watermark stamp pad, but it's used for heat embossing. So I'm just going to ink that up really well. We're going to stamp it right here in the corner. Give it a good press. I don't want to rock it because I don't want it extra anywhere. All right, and then from the here's a card stamp set. I have this hello there. So we're just going to ink that up. We'll go ahead and stamp that at the same time. Just kind of over to the right of our image. And then I am using some white embossing powder. I'm going to do it this way, so I'm hoping not to get any in the cracks. Tap it off, need a little bit more here. All right, I feel like we need a little bit brushed off. Got a little bit of stickage. I don't know if that's a word. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's do quick heat embossing. This is my kind of backup upstairs heat tool. Right. So it looks so pretty. I love heat embossing. I really, really do. All right, now I feel like, okay, so we're going to adhere this, make sure we're not going to have any smearing. Seal adhesive, we're going to adhere this to the card front. Or not to the card front, to our mat. All right, and now to the card front. Hello. Hello there. That's something my husband's family would all say to each other if they're like, don't know what's going on. They're just, hello. Okay, so I only used a little bit of seal behind this hello piece. The gorgeous grape. I'm going to pop this up. Look, I have a brand new pack of Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm so excited. I've used up literally every piece of dimensional I have upstairs. So I'm going to I'm just going to get 2 of these big ones. Oh, let's do 3. One in the middle. And we're going to pop this up right over the gap. Just got to get it lined up perfectly. Does that look good? Maybe just a hair down there. All right, now we're going to pop up this top one, even though we don't have anything on it, just for a different look. Okay, pop this one up right here. And voila, that's it. And of course you could always embellish it if you want with some rhinestones or sequins or whatever. But I think sometimes it's just nice to have a nice flat card to send through the mail. I mean, it's not even flat. It's popped up there. So just something different. Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much for stopping by today. Later on, I will post photos and measurements on my blog. If you're not signed up to get my blog notifications, just go to stampinthecrew.com and you can hit subscribe and fill out your email address and you will get notifications. All right. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.